All right, good morning, guys. So today we're really going to go over the aspects of a civilization, makes a civilization, and start with the beginnings of history. And then from there, I'm going to turn it over to you guys to do some work on your own, examining what we call the Neolithic Revolution, as well as getting ready for another project. Bear with me, the project won't be that bad. So let's get started. So I really want you guys to think about this. What makes a civilization? What makes culture? These are questions that we're going to be asking ourselves over the course of the year and pretty much over the course of every social studies class that you ever take. So like Leslie, no, I don't understand youth culture, but I realize it's part of a civilization. Culture, civilization, same thing. So there are six aspects that we're going to talk about. The first, let's get through it, is geography. It's really straightforward. It's literally the features of the earth. And what you need to ask yourself when looking at geography is, how do these features cause societies to develop? Is a society at the beach looking the same as a society in a mountain? Probably not. You've got different characteristics and features there to worry about. So different societies develop in different ways, different civilizations develop in different ways based off where they're located. The second big factor is religion. Religion is huge. Religion always has something to do with a society. And religion is all about understanding the divine, the relationship between humans and the divine. So how does religion affect culture? That's the key question that you've got to ask yourself. Religion affects civilizations too, because civilizations become centered around these religious temples, religious icons. In India, there's a festival called Ganesh Chaturthi. Ganesh is the god of students. It's good luck to find the god Ganesh and to be blessed by him, or to be blessed by a statue of him, or to have a statue of him. So what does that tell you about the relationship between humans and the divine? People in India, people who believe in Hinduism, believe that this god, the elephant god Ganesh, is going to help you as a student, or me as a teacher. So religion has these ways of affecting how our civilization advances. The third factor are achievements. Achievements are all about what societies are famous for. So think about it. Art, architecture, inventions all make a society. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, how did these achievements help societies thrive, right? They invented the wheel in Mesopotamia. Would you have been able to get to school or go to Chick-fil-A or Starbucks without the wheel? No. Would people have been able to transport crops and goods? No. But one of the most famous achievements are roads. There's a saying that all roads lead to Rome. This is every single road in Europe that leads to the heart of Italy, to Rome. The Roman Empire built these roads so deep, so interconnected throughout Europe, that when modern nation states were founded, they kept these roads. When the French Kingdom, when the British, when Germany, the Czech Republic, even Albania and Greece were founded and formally declared countries, they kept those roads in existence. Some of them are in better shape than others, but that's a huge achievement. Next, we have the P, which is politics. It's all about the type of government we have, whether it's a monarchy, a democracy, a republic, a theocracy. And we really have to ask ourselves, who has the power and what do they use it for? Those are going to be the key questions that you have to ask yourself when we look at political regimes and different political governments and forms of government and civilizations. Next, we have the E, which is all about economics. And it's all about the resources and the goods that people have. And we have to ask ourselves, how do people use their resources, right? Are people using them all and hoarding for themselves? Some might, but are they trading with others? More than likely, they're trading with others. And that's the key. You've got to be able to use your resources to have these advantages. And then finally, the S, social structure. Social structure is all about a pyramid of classes for societies. And we have to ask ourselves, why are people placed where they are? Are there more harms, or I should say, or not of, are there more harms or benefits based off of where they are? In every society at the top, it's usually a king or someone in power. And in every society at the bottom, it's probably some form of enslavement. And it will change over time. And we'll examine these social structures as we move forward. So together, these are called the grapes: geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, and social structure. There's a project that I'm going to talk about in a little bit, and that's what you guys are going to have to focus on for the next week or so before it's turned in. So we'll come back to grapes, but now we're moving forward, and we're going to talk about Africa and Mesopotamia today, and we're going to speed through this because there's not that much to talk about. So in the beginnings, Mary Leakey in East Africa discovered this hominid, this life form that was somewhere between a chimp and a human called Lucy. Lucy existed about 3.5 million years ago. We believe Lucy had these human-like qualities or was some form of a human species and advanced out of Africa. From there, we start what we call the Paleolithic period. So the first part of the Paleolithic period, we have Homo habilis. Homo habilis was known for the lava rock tools, and that's how they were able to hunt and to fish and to gather things. So they turned this lava rock into hammers and spears, arrows, whatever they were, arrowheads, I should say. From there, we get Homo erectus. Homo erectus created advanced technology. They were known for their migrations out of Africa. They're the first ones to develop fire. That's crucial. And they're also the first ones to develop language. They've developed this way of talking and communicating with each other. Then we have the Neanderthals. The Neanderthals were all about religion and ritual, the two R's. So they were the ones that started worshiping the gods and came up with rituals for the gods to appease them. If they needed a rainy period, they were probably the ones that came up with a rain dance. If they needed the gods to bless them with food, they probably offered some sacrifice. And then, and we end with Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens are us. We are the Homo sapiens. We're on the move. We're heading out. We're going places. So at first, most of us are living this nomadic lifestyle. We're not going too far, but we're going far. We're traveling, we're looking for food, we're migrating with the buffalo or with the elk or the deer or whatever's around us. We're trying to get those seasons under control. We want to go somewhere warm for the winter if we can. We're hunter-gatherers. We're out there hunting, we're gathering food, we're trying to keep it. And we have these gender roles. Ladies, you're probably at home taking care of the kids in most cultures, with some men staying back to protect them as well. And likewise, men, you're out there hunting food. Ladies, you're probably gathering the food. But depending on where you are, those gender roles might be swapped. So it depends. Just think of this wonderful SpongeBob GIF. That captures Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and the Neanderthals. Eventually, we become better than them. And what happens is called the Neolithic Revolution. So it's the agricultural revolution. And we start to see these slash and burn techniques. So after we've grown our crops, we slash them and then we burn the whole field. And by burning the whole field, we get all of these nutrients and ash to get the soil rich so that when the next planting season comes around, we can come back and plant and have even more bountiful crops. And on top of that, we begin to see the domestication of animals. All that means is that we're no longer hunting a lot of animals for food, we're starting to train them. We're making them housebroken. They become our pets. So wolves, dogs, even some cats became our animal pets. So the Neolithic Revolution is an important turning point in society. And what I want you guys to do now is head online, and you're going to take a look at this video. I'm going to get out of this wonderful PowerPoint really quickly so you can see me. So online, in one of our wonderful course modules, there will be this video about why was agriculture so important. Start at about the 4-minute mark and watch the next 6 minutes of it. And then you're going to answer a question. Really simple. Was the Neolithic Revolution important? Yes or no, and why? And I want you to watch this video to really answer it. There's a short article that if you want to read, you can. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is our GRAPES project. So I'm going to come under course modules, and I'm going to open the GRAPES project. So this project is not going to be due on the 31st like it says. I'm going to change that to that following Wednesday, so September 2nd. is when this project will be due. Normally, I'd have you guys work in groups in this project and we would just cover the ancient civilizations, but I've decided we're going to go a little bit forward. So you can create a Google slideshow or a Canva poster. I really recommend doing a Google Slides. Canva has these awesome slide options, so you can totally use that. You're not going to be randomly assigned a number anymore. I've just given up on that. So what you're going to be able to do is pick one of these civilizations. So the Abbasid Caliphate, Indo-Europeans, the Aztecs, the Holy Romans, the Qin, the Rashidun Caliphs, the Umayyad Caliphate, the Morin Empire. You can pick any one of these that you want, and you're going to focus on the grapes for these civilizations. So what's the geography like in Greece? What are their achievements? What's their religion like? What are their politics, their economics, their social structure? So once you do that, you'll submit it. There's an example down here below for a Google Slides that I have not uploaded yet, but I will get to that. I do have that. There's a rubric and helpful questions for you to consider for everything. So click there and it will help you answer those questions. I don't have an example of a Canva, so don't worry about that. The Google Slides one will be uploaded shortly. So that's your second assignment of the day, but the first one that I want you to get through first is the Neolithic Revolution one. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help you. I know this is going to be a weird time for you guys. We're going to start moving and keep moving right along. So focus on the Neolithic Revolution, then worry about grapes. You do not have to tell me which society you're picking for grapes. You can pick whichever one you want. I totally get that some of you are going to pick the same ones, and that's fine with me. So have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more information.